friends, Laurel here. If this is your first time joining me, this is a really odd video for you to be coming in on. But just in case you are new, my name is Laurel. I am a wife, mama, spoonie, and writer. I talk about all those things in varying degrees on this channel, but it has mostly been an AuthorTube channel since October 2020, when I transitioned it from a lifestyle, mommy kind of channel that had been sitting dormant for quite a while. So I am here to give you a NANO update and kind of explain what happened. I am not sure if I'm putting any of my week 2 clips in this video before this or after this, if I'm going to like voice over them, or if I'm just gonna sit here and chat and not include any of those clips. So I stopped writing. My last writing day was November 9th. I was at 15,158 words. I was perfectly on track. I had written at least the minimum of 1667 every single day. I was earning my badges. I was doing the thing, right? And then I started having some bad mental health days. That often happens to me, especially when the time change happens. It's all of a sudden dark at 4 o'clock every day. I know it affects most people. And so that kind of tipped me. I was trucking along with NANO and my story wasn't going quite the way I had hoped. It was starting to feel like last year's NANO, which I knew very early on, like by week 2, that the book was not going where it was supposed to and that I was never going to do anything with it. But I forced myself to truck along. I had won in 2020. I wanted to prove that I could do it again and it wasn't just an anomaly. So I kept writing my minimums and I hit 50K on the last day of the month, or maybe the 29th of the month. So I was trying to force myself to do that again this time, and it was negatively affecting my mental health. So that whole week I was just spiraling. And then my kids did get sick on that weekend. So I decided I wasn't gonna do NANO after a conversation with my best friend. It just was not the time. There was other family stuff going on as well on top of everything else. And I needed to let it go. And the problem with that is that although it alleviated my stress that was related to having to write these words every day, it also made my OCD worse, because I was like, okay, I've won 2 years in a row, I'm just gonna keep winning. And now looking back at that mindset, there was going to be some point when I didn't win or I didn't even participate because something major would be going on. There would be a health crisis. There would be a vacation. There would be something that would eventually one day, I'd run out of ideas, prevent me from doing NANO or winning NANO. And I thought to myself, why am I torturing myself just because my OCD says so, when at some point that streak is going to have to break. So I broke my streak. I stopped writing and I instantly felt better. Not great. I still had all the other things causing anxiety and stress going on, but at least that part, that daily grind that was hanging over my head, feeling like a dark cloud, at least that part was alleviated. So that leads me to now. It's now November 23rd. I haven't had the energy or mindset to update you guys until now. So here I am updating. So that's what happened with NANO. My story was not going in the right direction. It's probably gonna be something that's shelved. It's just, that's where I'm at now. So I think what I'm gonna do is take the rest of the year off. I am going to spend the holidays with my family and my friends. I think I told you earlier that I had to quit the axe throwing clubhouse. So I have my weekends back again, which is lovely, and I can spend that time with my family. So that is great going into the holiday season. And I told you I had taken up knitting. I finished the scarf that I had been showing you, and I made a hat for my partner. And now I'm about to cast on a hat for myself. I don't have the hat because it's at work with him, and I could get up and get the scarf to show you, but I'm not going to. I'll show you in the next video. So that leads me to where I am now. I'm spending lots of time knitting. I find it really relaxing, and just doing the holiday things, you know, making lists, shopping, cleaning the house, decorating, all those things, keeping up with the day-to-day, hoping every single day that my kids come home healthy. Okay, where was I? I just got a phone call. I don't remember what I was talking about. I could go back and look, but that would be so much effort to scroll through a 7-minute clip on my camera. So I was talking about what I'm up to now. Yeah, knitting is feeling very therapeutic right now, which is great. And it also feels productive because I'm actually making things. So that helps with that part of my brain that wants to be productive. And yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the time, enjoy the holidays. And then I think in January, I'm not gonna set any resolutions or anything like that. But I think in January, I'll plan to sit down and just try to start writing and just see where that goes. So the only work that I'm gonna be doing for the next, let's see, how many weeks do we have left? About 5, 6 weeks of the year. The only thing I'm gonna be doing is brainstorming what I wanna write in January. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I am also thinking that maybe this AuthorTube channel is going to diversify just a little bit in terms of the fact that I probably won't call it an AuthorTube channel. It'll just be my channel. And I'll probably incorporate a little bit more personal stuff in here. I have incorporated a lot of like TBRs and, you know, catching up at the end of the month about what I read and what I wrote and that kind of thing. I think if I'm going to expand it at all, I'll probably stick to the creative field. So it'll still probably be writing, reading, maybe some knitting content. I don't know. Maybe I'll include some of my stuff that I handcraft for my little witchy business, which if you didn't know, I do identify as a pagan and a witch. I have a little shop called Witch and Warrior. It's at witchandwarrior.ca. I mostly make custom spell jars, and sometimes I also do handcrafted runes. And my partner sometimes makes like bracelets and keychains and that sort of thing. So maybe I'll include a little bit of that. I don't know. I feel like when I keep this channel to just writing, I have these spurts where I have lots to share and film and talk about. And then I have these spurts of months where I don't really have much to film and talk about, and then my channel just kind of lays here dormant. And I do really like YouTube as an outlet. I like it to be a little bit lower pressure. I don't like to have a super strict schedule, but I would like to have a more consistent flow that lasts throughout the year. So I think maybe just diversifying just a smidge. It'll probably still be mostly writing content, but you know, just bringing a couple other little things in here, kind of like I was showing you my knitting stuff during my NANO vlogs. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Sorry, this is probably a really long, ranty video. I'm gonna try and cut it down as much as I can. Yeah, so that's my update. I have to go to the dentist now. Yay, my least favorite place in the entire world. And at least the sun is shining. So I think I'll hit the dentist, and then I'll reward myself with a Starbucks on the way home, and we'll get on with the rest of this Wednesday. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for sticking it out with me. I would love if you would share how things are going for you in the comment, whether that's with your mental health or holiday prep or NANO or anything you want to talk about. I am open to chatting, and hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. Bye, friends.